Today on the podcast, we explored the real reason why you are scared of being a pushy salesperson, or the real reason why most people feel scared to talk to customers. Now, people being afraid of talking to customers or doing revenue generating activities, things that bring in the money that require talking to a customer, is because, quite frankly, it's scary talking to strangers, especially when you don't have a plan. A lot of people are freestyling these conversations. They don't have a sales framework, they don't know why that's important, and they don't have a well thought out sales process. Now, talking to strangers is not hard, especially when you have a plan for discovering where the value is in a situation and the value that your product or service can lend to the situation. So you have to be able to figure out these sorts of things. Where's the value? How do I discover the value that the potential customer or the potential client is looking for, and how I'm going to deliver that value? You need to be sure that you're talking to the right person, that they want your product or your service, and that it is a match, and that you guys are in sync when it comes to the terms that you both have for working together. So, if you're executing this plan and you're talking to people who have a want, who have a need, who have an interest, a desire for your product or service, and they can afford it, then really you are not being pushy. You are just being a service professional, and that is what we all are, service professionals. So, if you're worried about whether you're being pushy, it's not a judgment that you can make in a vacuum. You have to consider all the circumstances, and that is always tied into whether the person has a want, a need, a desire, and they can afford your product or your service. If any of these criteria are missing, then yes, you might be considered to be pushy, obtrusive, stubborn, or whatever it is. But essentially, so long as you have a plan and you have a process for discovering value and trying to see how you can deliver value to the situation, you are not being pushy at all. You're just being a service based professional.